All right, how we doing? I'm talking to Kip and Elizabeth. How you guys doing today?
Great.
Wonderful.
Doing great.
And where are you calling from? Where are we dialed into?
Sumter, South Carolina.
Sumter. I'll be up in Hickory this Thursday, and then I'm at Myrtle Beach Bike Week on Friday.
We'll be down there too.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I look forward to hugging your neck in person then. So we're talking today about the Let's Ride Challenge. And you right out of the gate have jumped out as one of our superstars. You jumping out. How many miles are you at right now?
I'm close to 7,800.
Wow. So you're getting on up into that category where you're going to be qualifying to win that big CVO.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. We got a CVO. We got some really great 5 motorcycles that are up, for, opportunities for people that are participating in the Let's Ride Challenge, Ride for Heroes. They have an opportunity to win one of those 5 motorcycles. It looks like you are in the forefront there to get a hold of that. But of course, you're qualified. You're still eligible in all of those tiers, depending on how much you engaged with, your rev scores and stuff. So let me ask you this: you're out of Sumter. What's your home dealership?
It's the Haven.
Okay.
Which is up in Columbia. It's a really cool, laid back, just awesome little dealership when the people are friendly. They welcome you in. They were just bought out by the dealership down in Pensacola. Okay. So it's going through its new changes and growth.
Well, Harley-Davidson, every one of the dealerships are just, their own experience, and it's just great to get out. I love going and visiting multiple dealerships as I'm on a ride. I'll stop at Robert Patrick and I are going to be riding up to Washington, D.C. for the big Memorial Day festivities up there, and we're going to be stopping at dealerships along the way. I just love going in. I never get tired of going and visiting with them. So you've been getting your challenge coins and stickers along the way?
Yep.
Hat. Everything.
We have all but 3 of the milestones accomplished.
Wow.
And one of them is the check-in for October, and the other one is the 50 keywords.
And the 10,000 miles.
And the 10,000 miles we're probably going to hit over the next week. So.
Now, Elizabeth, are you a passenger or do you ride as well?
No, I'm a passenger. And actually, because motorcycles was our first introduction to one another 16 years ago. And so when we got together as a couple and then got married, Kip got the bike and I'm a passenger. It had always been my dream to ride myself, but I just love it so much this way. And it's our way of being out and about together. We're like both into the adventure of it. We're into the support of a good charity. This is a good veteran that I love, and so supporting other veterans is a very important cause.
Well, when you got some good-looking guy like Kip, I'd see why you want to be hugging on to him. So that's great that you're a passenger on the back of Kip's bike there. So Kip, what branch of the military were you in?
I was in the Army.
Okay, go Army. I like that.
How
many years?
I did 21 and a half. I was a Green Beret out of 7th Special Forces Group before they moved when they were up at Fort Bragg, before they moved to Herbert Field.
Well, I look forward to seeing you this Friday, but I won't be asking you to wrestle.
I'm older than you, so I think you got the height, weight, and age advantage on me.
I don't know, but you're Green Beret. You don't mess with that, so that's awesome. Well, man, I appreciate your service and I appreciate you riding. I mean, let's just get right to the heart of this. I mean, every single mile matters, and the Harley-Davidson Motor Company going to be giving $1 million donation to our veterans organizations, and we got some amazing organizations that we're working with, and it's one of those things where I always say it often that there's not a more charitable bunch of individuals more than somebody that rides a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. They'll give you the shirt off, they'll give you the shirt off their back. And to that extent, there's not a more supportive group for our veterans and our first responders as well. I've always take pride of that. My partner and I, we have the Full Throttle Saloon and the Pappy Hoyle Campground up in Sturgis, and Harley-Davidson has a home base up there, and we do all the demo rides. Have you guys ever been to Sturgis before?
I've been there a week before, and then I've been there a week after. I've never been there during, no.
Well, you got about, probably from where you are, about 2,000 miles that you could rack up on this ride challenge, coming to hang with us for the 85th annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. And of course, before that, we've got the Harley-Davidson Homecoming. Now, have you been to any of the homecoming events that they do up in Milwaukee?
Yes, because I'm originally from Wisconsin.
I wouldn't have known it by the way you talk. Just like you can tell I'm from Georgia. But yeah, it's a great event up there they do in Milwaukee, and we're proud to be working with them. And we got Rolling Milwaukee it's actually Rolling Milwaukee to Sturgis. It's the biggest Rolling USA campaign ever that starts, I think, on the 20th of this month. And it's a chance to win one of two Harley-Davidson road glides. If you think about it, there's no other manufacturer of any kind, boat, cars, motorcycles included. There's no other manufacturer that gives so many opportunities for people to win so much. I mean, this year, we got 5 motorcycles that are all part of the Let's Ride Challenge. You got 2 CVOs that are up for the Rolling Milwaukee to Sturgis that are beautiful motorcycles. We've also got $5,000 gift cards. We got Bertello Pizza. I mean, there's just so much that is, so much and so many opportunities to win. So we appreciate the Harley-Davidson Motor Company stepping up like they are, and and providing all these great and just an excuse to ride, right? I mean, doesn't sound like you need much of an excuse to ride.
Well, no, we don't. But this gave us a really cool purpose.
Yeah.
Back when the dealerships just started doing, the poker chips, 12, 13 years ago, I started collecting them, and I had, before I started, probably had close to 180, 190. And I tour. I got a touring bike. I don't bebop around town. And when Elizabeth and I got married and we got the bike, I said, hey, we're going to go all over the place, and we need to get you all these poker chips. And then when we read about this event, it gave us the perfect excuse, which we didn't. We didn't need the excuse, but it gave us a perfect excuse to go and hit all these dealerships. And we have seen so many really, really, really cool dealerships.
Have you been looking at the list of dealerships in the Let's Ride Challenge app? When you open that up, have you seen all the dealers? That's pretty cool to see all the dealerships that you visit, huh?
Yes, it is. It is really cool. And I got most of my chips originally when I started doing the poker chips, when it first came out in Florida, the Midwest, because I'd moved back to the Midwest and stuff. So now I'm getting to hit the East Coast and the South. And, we've got to get the ones around Georgia and Northern Georgia. Then we'll be done with that.
So that'll be North Carolina, all of North Carolina, all of South Carolina, all of Georgia, 90% of Florida. And then we start getting into Virginia, West Virginia, Tennessee.
Yeah, this event,
we'll just branch out.
This event is, when we read about it, is just fantastic.
Yeah.
And like you said, the veterans and the first responders, because while on active duty, I got to work with a lot of first responder type folks, and it's been a blast. I mean, I've had the bike on July 31st. I'll had the bike a year, and we're pushing 17,000 miles already.
Wow. Now, tell me what bike are you riding again?
2024 Ultra Limited.
Oh, those are beautiful. That's a great bike. I mean, that's like sitting on your couch. I mean,
pretty much.
I just rode I have a CVO road glide, and I just rode it to Daytona Bike Week, and it's 450 plus miles. And I got off of it, and I thought it was evident that it's the best motorcycle I've ever ridden on. They're really, Harley's building the best bikes they've ever built. It's for me, like I said, it's a huge honor to be working with the motor company, and it's an honor to be speaking with you as well. I appreciate your service. I appreciate both you and Elizabeth and all that you're doing to get out and enjoy and celebrate the spirit of riding these Harleys and putting it in the wind, and all for a good cause at the same time, because we're going to see that $1 million donation go to these veterans partners. And are you particular to any one of the veterans organizations?
There is a Green Beret foundation that is kind of close to my heart, because 15 of my 21 years I was a Green Beret. So, but Wounded Warriors, there's quite a few good veteran ones out there. And my philosophy is, if you're helping a veteran, no matter what her or his job was in the military, it's equal across the board.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you guys for your time, and I want to thank you for for celebrating the fraternity of our Harley-Davidson Let's Ride Challenge and the Ride for Heroes. It's just going to be a great October when we get to see all the miles that have queued. But we just passed 5,000 miles. So thank you for contributing to 5 million. We just crossed 5 million miles, and you've got well over 5,000 all by yourself. So you're heading toward that 10,000. I look forward to following your journey. And again, I look forward to seeing you this weekend. So come see you. I'm at Suck Bang Blow down in Merle's Inlet on Friday, and you guys come on down, and the guys here in the office, they'll figure out how we're going to hook up.
Okay. And I want to thank you for being part of this, because like I said, this is fantastic.
Yeah, you have such a great voice for it, and the support, and following you and Robert and others that ride is also a good part of our enjoyment of it, as well as having, like, I have more than 4,000 followers as a business on Facebook. And so they see whenever I'm out doing the ride with my husband, and we get a lot of acknowledgement from it, and other riders are then inspired by that.
That's great. I'll have to follow you guys. Yeah, Robert Patrick, he's a great guy. Totally supports military, and he just rode from Los Angeles to Atlanta, because he's here in Atlanta shooting Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. Yep. And but he and I, we were born at the same hospital and raised in the same area, and so yeah, we call ourselves the Marietta Mafia.
Yes.
I've been following his ride.
Yeah, we got Robert, Travis Tritt, and myself. We're the Marietta Mafia. And,
okay.
I did not know that. There's some good information to pass on from you.
Yes.
Well, Kip, Elizabeth, I appreciate you. I salute you. You guys ride safe. I'll see you at Myrtle Beach Bike Week.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Come on down.
Bye.